redemption song. Hey, yeah, my redemption song. My redemption song. Hey, yeah, my redemption song. My redemption song. Hey, yeah, I said now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. Now we know, now we know. I said now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. The price of rice will never come down. I said now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. In the midst of what we are just saying, I said now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. They said I'm not to kill our brother. I said now we know, yeah. Now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. We suffer, we suffer, we suffer. I said now we know, man. Hey, yeah, now we know. Full of suffering, I said now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. They gave us free food, but there's no joy. Hey, yeah, now we know. They gave us package, there's no joy already. So now we know, yeah. Hey, Miss Powers. Now we know, now we know. I said now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. I said now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. Oh, yes. And now we know. Instead of bringing freedom to us, we press a rest. Now we know. Now we know, yes. Hey, yeah, now we know. Look at Africa today. Look at Liberia today. $16 billion. Hey, yeah, now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. Hey, God, let me say good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I mean, just Josephus, myself. This song here, it's got a lot of meanings. I don't know why is it's not being played in Liberia actually. Yeah, but the guy put this song together. Let me extend my felicitation to you, wonderful guys, family. I refer to you as family. That love this show, that love my shows, not only this show but all of my shows and thing. And I just want to appreciate you as well because I mean this platform here, you guys actually you follow my principles and you respect it. That on this platform we don't insult people. On this platform we use languages that are more of peacemaking than languages that will bring and that will tear us apart. And so I appreciate you respecting all of us here because the fact of the matter, even the way Inya Valule wrote this particular he just wrote something. He's talking to me directly, but to me, the rest of us that are watching the show, that are reading it, is reflecting on you as well. So that's why I'm always advising people, when you come on my platform, you don't like what I'm discussing, just leave, but don't start pushing things so that other people can get involved and they just start exchanging words. Because whatever you write there, even if you are insulting me directly, it's not only reflecting on my one, but rather on those that are watching live with you, with all of us. It will reflect back on them. That's why I don't like people to actually come on my platform and they want to bring misunderstanding, and they want to bring, if you in doubt what we're talking about and you can't understand what we're saying, just ask the question. If if I can't answer, somebody on the platform will definitely answer you. But you know, when most of the times when we're discussing issues here, you will find somebody, even though the issues on the table are so tangible and they have of human interest, there will be somebody who will completely come from the different, take it from the different angle, thinking that perhaps they even come from different planet, and they will come up with different, way of attacking you. Perhaps they don't want you to continue discussing it. So I respect you guys, you family people. I just want to thank you so much for the support. All of us are in this together. It's all about Mama Liberia. Somebody's trying to call so early. I haven't even laid the foundation yet. Vulule, I love your name, buddy. Maybe if I take you, you can help me to pronounce your name. Pronounce your name. Oh, I say it's not taking calls. Why? Oh, receive invitation. Your broadcast. No answer from live video guest. I don't know. You need to check your gadget, please. Check your gadget. I really want to take you. I want you to help me with something as well, because I don't know what's happening here. Let me clear the request and see what's going to happen. Okay, so that's it. But before we go on with the show today, I will be starting the show. We'll be talking a little bit about this book. It's not just a book or this particular document. We'll be talking about it. Today I was kick the ball rolling by just reading out to you some of the organizations, so-called organizations that said they were bringing freedom to us. So-called organizations. So their names are in this TRC here, TRC report. And that's why I'm asking the question, what do you think are some of the reasons that Mr. Weah is yet to make any statement about the TRC? And so, I want you to call on the show and just maybe, if there are one or two points, one or two reasons that you know, why is it Mr. Weah, hasn't said anything since he took power, whether, about the TRC. All we know is on his desk. I think we're getting some good signal now because it says adding. So by the time we take you, we're going to go live because there's a video I want to play for you here, regardless of wherever you are, because because it's on the internet. Yeah, first of all, I love your whole 1, 2, 3, 4 names. Can you call your names for us, please? Can you pronounce it?
My name is Jan Volula. So just that name, all the middle name there is the name my grandma used to call me. So all those names, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
yeah. You see, I mean, those are names that actually, honestly, for me, you just keep it attached to you, because grannies are always, they are always attached to us, and no matter whether they are around or they're gone, I mean, we always remember them in good faith. But welcome to the show, man. Volula, welcome to the show. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from the state of Indiana in the United States.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think it should be early there. Are you on the East Coast as well, or West Coast?
Yeah, East Coast.
Oh,
I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest.
oh, okay. So you saying I'm between then? That's great.
Yeah, between. But I got an East Coast time. So
Ah, right. Okay, that's good. And then that means you wake up long time. So what is it, my man? You call so early. I haven't even laid a foundation yet, but you call so early. So
yeah,
what bread in your
I
chest?
wrote something like you didn't get it right. I wrote something like you didn't get it right. So I just wanted to clarify that. I
Okay.
was
No,
asking for the
I,
petition.
I didn't read it. I was just trying to throw light on it. I say, the same way my brother wrote what he said to me, although he mentioned my name, he's talking to me directly. When you come on my platform, just remember that when you even mention my name, you're not only talking to me, but you're talking to all of us that are watching. So that's
Okay.
I was just trying to advise people that when you come on platform, do not use words that are that other people will not, even if you want to insult me, even if you are insulting me, you think you're insulting Max. The rest of the people that are watching you also insulting them. So that's why I say, I was just trying to set your example.
Oh yeah. I was just asking for the petition to the lawmakers you once mentioned about. So if I can get a copy of that.
All right, you
Yeah,
know
that's
what?
all.
Yeah, just inbox me your email. I think I emailed it to somebody. I'm not at home now. Imagine I'm on holiday, my brother. You can't even believe. I'm on 2 weeks holiday, but I mean, the radio station, I have to follow it. So inbox me your email address, and then I will definitely send it to you right after the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get me my contribution on the topic on the discussion before I go at my work?
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Go on, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the thing that is going on in Liberia is, Jawia, we not understand the administration of Jawia at all. And 16 billion get missing. When Jawia was leaving Liberia to come to the US for the UNGA summit, he said to us that money was missing. We should be patient. There will be an investigation, to
Yeah.
that. When he returned back, contrary to what he told us when he was leaving the country, he said different thing of what he told us when he was leaving the country. This guy, he came, he said, we was confused. We don't know what we're talking about. About 16 billion get missing. In fact, we shouldn't mind those people that say 16 billion get missing. They are not Liberians. Where are the Liberians today? So people we are making a noise about 16 billions. He said we are not Liberians, so people should disregard or they shouldn't listen to us. I think the only Liberian he referring to in Liberia today that he know of are the seditions. Forgetting to know that this is not a campaign time. He's running the country as a president of every political party in Liberia. Whether you are sedition, you're not a sedition, every Liberians in Liberia, you are president for them. So he dividing the country. On the case of war crime code, Max, I will tell you this. When I saw the congressman or petition to his federal or Congress in the US here, tears came to my eyes. I have if I were home, I will show you a newspaper that announced my father being killed. My father being killed in 2002. In 2002, right in front of my mom. Today, my mom is traumatized because of such incident. And I tried by all means. I brought my mom to the United States. My mom had a high blood pressure, and she just fell ill with stroke because of that incident in 2002. My father was shot 5 times in his chest, right in front of his doorstep, 5 a.m. in the morning, November 29, 2002. So when we advocating for war crime code in Liberia, I know war crime code will not bring back my father, but I will see some justice being done that other people will not be fatherless like me today, that other mothers will not be traumatized like my mom today. These are things that we talk about. But people that don't understand, they think we are against George Weah. If we were against George Weah, if the masses that are talking today were against George Weah who are being president today, because CDCN vote alone cannot make George Weah president. Because these are things that he made us to understand that when he come to power, he will bring justice to people that were hurt during the war. Now he deviating from it because I don't know for what reason, whatever his personal reason is. So we all putting hands together to fight for the justice. And when I saw that petition, I knew that we are getting somewhere. Tears came to my eye. I knew that we are on a path to justice in Liberia. As for our $16 billion, we will not rest until we see to is that whoever took that $16 billion will pay back that $16 billion. We on it day and day. I go to bed thinking about that money. I wake up thinking about that money. When I'm at work, I think about that money. Everything I do, I think about that money. That money is not a small money for people to just let it go like that. So that's my little contribution to that at my work. I just, call to make that
Okay.
clarification and to contribute to
All right,
that.
Bullet. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much being the first to call as well on the show. Let's continue to follow the show. Thank you. Uh, fellow Liberians, we just started it. We just started the show. You did it yesterday, but because it was so bad, somebody will tell you that or remind you about it. Say what you did yesterday was really bad. I think it's not good that you do it. But because you did it, you need to get some punishment so that those that saw you doing it and that will want to do the same thing tomorrow, they can be afraid to do it because they will get punishment. They're calling for the War and Economic Crime School for Liberia. It's not an accident. I know somebody trying to call. It's not an accident. Josephus, Josephus. Let's see what we can get Josephus. It's our right to call for it. It's our right to advocate for it. We are the one that felt the weight yesterday. Hear the story of my brother, of our brother here. Thank you. You were able to take your mom out of that place. Yeah. Countless number of people right now that are still going through trauma. What we went through, none of them, up to now, they don't have the opportunity to clean them up. Let's go to the line. Let's go to Josephus. Josephus, good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to the show, buddy. The big question I'm asking here is this: this is a justice forum, and on this platform mainly we talk about the quest for justice, especially for war victims in Liberia. But my question I'm asking today on the show is, what do you think are the reasons behind Mr. We are not talking anything about the TRC or so? I don't know you are getting me, sir.
I get your question. Yeah. I'm saying my name is Josephus Agba, living in Ganta, Nima County. I'm glad you getting me now. You getting me?
You're loud and clear, yeah. Wow, welcome. I thought say you're calling from somewhere around here. Welcome to the show. Great.
Thank you very much. I'm in Liberia, Ganta, Nima County. You know, actually, the problem about Josh, we are not really responding to the request of the Liberian people, meaning bringing justice to Liberia or to Liberians who bear the high consequence of the war. I believe that someone are from political will, because from the onset of his campaign, but even when he was GUE ambassador, when he was serving as GUE ambassador, he said that those who committed crimes in Liberia should bear the consequence of their behavior. So if at this time now, because he in power and he can't really talk about it, there is a political will. Political will. He don't want to do it for others to feel bad, or maybe his fear is that there are certain part of Liberia that if he just think, oh, And then so Yale got to eat it because the way human flesh were wasting on the floor, the way he killed people, killed them and packed them like a bunch of wood. So embarrassing for Liberians. We bear a lot of tough time. Why those who committed crime, we can't allow justice to take place. And I listened to the congressman. He said it right. He said if such an action don't take place for them to be prosecuted, I foresee another conflict that will pick up because others are being hurt. Then why those who are being hurt, they are in fact living the luxurious life that. Let justice be done to all man. Let everyone enjoy the wealth of the country. Then I come to the $16 billion issue. You know, Liberia has become a country that everyone can just do things and go with impunity. If there was law that whenever you take anything that is not there, everyone money and just eat it, they and their family. But because there is no law to be able to prosecute them, so they just do it and go with impunity. I would advise that the American government and the International Monetary Fund should really step in this money issue. If not, I foresee serious chaos that will take place in Liberia.
You know, Mr. Abba,
that's my view.
Mr. Abba, let me ask you. I don't know about one or two persons are saying. Well, I'm not talking about you now, but one or two persons are saying that there's no sound. I don't think so. Thomas Awaji, are you also not getting us as well? Abba, what is it like in terms of the reception about the whole thing here about the setting up or Liberian calling for the establishment of war and economic crimes? What is it like? How are the people receiving it at that end, especially in the county there? I'm actually asking you about Ganta, about Ganta. I'm talking about Ganta Mille. Ganta, what is the reception? Okay, because of poor reception, we just lost him so badly. I wanted to know because Ganta, I think Ganta is in Nema County, right? So I wanted to know. Wait, Benito. Let me see what we can get Bobby on. Somebody's saying again, there's no sound. But other people are hearing. I think you got to check your reception. You're not hearing me?
Hello.
Bobby, how are you?
How you doing, sir?
Welcome, man. Yeah, welcome. I've been seeing you in and out most of my show, but I've not seen you calling today. You called. Thank you for calling anyway. Where are you calling from?
Thank you very much. I'm currently calling from Brussels.
Oh, okay. You just not too far away from me. Okay, welcome to the show, and it's good to have you on. What's your take? Why you think your president, our president, since he came to power, he hasn't said anything about this TRC thing, although the Omar left it on his desk.
Right. I'm not sure if the Omar left it on the desk. If he leave with Ellen alone, we should not even discuss about that. What the president have done touch about the TRC, I think, because we have so many important things right now to focus on. First of all, the president has so many important things right now to focus on, and I think such are about developing the country, such are about improving the economic, such are about improving the education systems, Those are the important things right now that Liberia need.
Okay.
So I think this is the focus of the president, and I fully support it. I mean, this government just 8 months into power. You don't expect him to just tackle everything at once. You understand?
But you name a lot of things though.
Yeah, but I name a lot of things, but those are agenda. And when you have an agenda, you can have 4 or 5 agenda, but you tackle them one by one. And now with the president focus right now is to build roads for Liberia, is to improve our agriculture systems. Those are the focus on the president looking for, and you going around lobbying for money just to help and get Liberia to the next level. After all those years that we've been having a federal government.
So what we're getting from you is that for you personally, you won't support, or you are not supporting the call for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Code, and also for the implementation of the TRC?
No, for now, for now, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's an important thing right now. And I think
when do you want it to happen?
When do I want it to happen? Do I want it to happen? Okay. My personal view, for me, I'm speaking for myself. I think it's too late for anyone to be prosecuted in Liberia because we missed the opportunity to punish the war laws. I think during the hearing of the TRC, that was the time that Liberians should have come up and said, no, we want international code. That's the time Liberians should have come up to say. That's why Liberians should have come up to say, okay, all those who took part in a war should be banned from politics for the next 30 years. Those are the opportunities. Those are the opportunities I personally think Liberia will miss. And now we already have a city government. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf just left the country for 12 years, and the same people who calling for the WCC right now, those are the same people who are in power. None of them call for the WCC.
But I wasn't in power. I wasn't in power.
No, okay, you was not in power, but I'm talking about most of the people calling for it. Most of the people calling for the Europeans and oppositions. Okay,
we have not heard any of them speak yet. A majority of them are in the government.
Perhaps you have not heard any of them speak yet, but I'm more active on social media, and I'm well informed that most of them are those people there. Okay, but for me it's not important. What's important right now? If Liberian really want the WCC, okay, and the only thing I would tell them, let us go back, because when they was in power, they have 12 years.
Bobby, let me hold you there. Let me hold you there. Do you know how the TRC issue came about?
The TRC issue, okay. I have heard a lot of explanation from one say it's a way to get evidence.
No. Do you know how it came? Do you know how it came about? Not the ingredients in it, but do you know how it came about?
No. Okay. You can educate me on it.
All right. I will propose on that on the show, and maybe you can call later on. Most calls are coming in. But
can I conclude my point?
Yeah, please continue.
So for example, like I said, if they really want the WCC in Liberia, let it bring all the peacekeepers. Let it bring all the peacekeepers who are in Liberia. Let it bring them back. You understand? Because now we are controlling our own country with no international peacekeeper, nothing. So those guys are trying to bring trouble into our country. They're trying to establish the peace we are enjoying today. So I'm not stopping that. It's the constitutional right. It's a right to call for the WCC, but also it is my right to have a peaceful country where me and my children can move freely. So that they go by and bring all the peacekeepers right back in Liberia. If they can do that, then we can sit on the table to talk about war crime code. Because the war crime code right now is not an important thing. Look at Liberia. Let's look at Liberia. Let's look at Liberia. Look at your roads. Look at how many young men and women who don't have jobs. Look at young men and women who are out of schools. Those are the things that Liberian we should be focused on.
Okay.
We should create job for our youth. We should build roads where company will attract investors to come in our country to invest. Because the more investors come in our country, the more we can empower people there. But it's not
Bobby,
to
let me hold you there. Let's hold you there now.
So,
I mean, I think we got your point. Most people are calling in. We got your points. Let me take other people as well. So the time we can't consume all of the time. Thank you so much for your participation, and thanks for your. I will tell you about the issue of the TRC, where it came about. Okay, let's see. Okay, go to Spencer. Somebody says something, or you come across something, sometimes before you try to stand against them or against the way of that, you have to know. Try to make some, be aware of how you put things across. Spencer, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thanks. I'm a bit at least happy for now, a little bit, based on what I heard from Congress. Well, welcome to the show. I don't know where do you stand, but the question on the platform today, in the quest of for civil justice in Liberia, what do you think are the reasons behind Mr. Weir not talking anything about the TRC since he came to power?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for the show. I really appreciate Liberians that taking their time to, come on social media to, fight for freedom, freedom and justice. But to contribute, I just want to say something real quick about this Bobby guy I just left.
Spencer, please don't say it too long, because
I'll be very brief.
He's listening as well anyway. He's listening as well, so let him hear your point. Yeah, from that point anyway.
You see, Bobby listed so many things, so many good things that the president intends to do. But looking at our economy right now and looking at the way things happening in Liberia, we alone as a country or George Weah alone as a government cannot do what all he listed. He talked about health, facility. He talked about good school. He talked about road development and all of that. And Liberia as a country, looking at Liberia now, we do not have the resources, we do not have the money, to undertake all the projects. So that's the reason why the government is going around asking for money. And how will the government get the money that he asking for in order to develop our country? The money will be given to us based on the way we do things in Liberia. How do we do things in Liberia? There is no justice in Liberia. So people who want to give money to the government to carry on the development, they first of all want to see that justice is being prevailed in Liberia. But the people of Liberia are all complaining that there is no justice. You see, even right now in Liberia, nobody that has money will be so brave to move to Liberia with business investors to go to Liberia, invest in Liberia. And if investor goes to Liberia and start to invest, Liberians will be able to get job to do.
Okay.
So with all these things that are going on right now, we cannot employ investor cannot go to Liberia to invest in order for our people to find job.
You're talking about security concern. You're talking about economic security concern and everything in general. But let's come to the answer now. Help us with the answer now. What do you think, Mr. President, up to now?
I think what the president is doing right now is partly has to do with politics. It partly has to do with party, because why a lot of Liberians that are around him, a lot of Liberians that live in Liberia, like around him, against the war crime code.
Okay.
So we that live out of Liberia, we advocate for it. So in his head is that, okay, the people living out of Liberia, time for election, they will not be able to come to Liberia to vote for me. So people who with me in Liberia, who against this thing, I have to take side with them. You see, so in my head, in my opinion, that's his number one reason. Like, okay, I have to stand with people that with me, that will vote me tomorrow. I have to stand with them. So that's why going on. But you see, when you look at the other side of it, if I were him, yes, I can listen to my supporters, but you got to be far-sighted. Don't just do things because of what's going on today around you, but look at issue 2, 3, 4 years from now. You see, if I were him, that's how I would look at issues. I would not just look at things because of what's going on around me today, but what happened 2, 3 years from now. You see, so as a leader, you have to be far-sighted. Not only what's going on around you today.
All right, finally, Spencer, before we let you go, a lot of calls coming. Do you believe in the latest news regarding the $16 billion, where the governor said that no money is missing?
Yo, man, listen. Listen. I see a lot of people on social media, biking the government that, oh, no money missing whatsoever. But let me just say something to you. When you're in a room, when you're living in a room, in a closed room, and then when you been in that room for a couple of minutes or a couple of hours, your body temperature get absorbed with the temperature within that room. So you don't really feel any other feelings again. So what am I saying? If you put your foot in a hot water for a long time, your body will immune to that heat of that water. So you will not feel the hotness of that water no more. That's the problem with most of our brothers and sisters in Liberia. Those are living in Liberia, some of them don't really see. They don't really feel, they don't really see what's going on in Liberia. So you that living far away, you see it. You see what's going on. You see what's going on. You know what's going on. That's the situation. Okay. There is no way, first of all, there is no way that the government will come out, because I listened to the information minister. The guy came out and said that money got missing. Yeah. And in fact, the bank is getting this case for over a month now. So why are you coming now and telling us that there is no money missing? If there is no money missing, why are you banning certain people from traveling out of the country? So these are some of the things that our brothers and sisters that backing the government have to look at. These are facts that you have to look at. Nobody got to come to tell you, say, oh, the money was right here, the money not there no more. But just listen to what the same people in the government have been saying. So from there, you can deduce. Yeah, you can deduce.
All right,
so it's just sad. Let me just say one thing. It's very sad to see our people going through what they're going through in Liberia. Yeah. We still have other brothers and sisters that they're, saying that this thing is not true. This thing is not true. It's very, very sad. Yeah. So thank you for your show, man. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thanks so much for your contribution, Spencer. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me get back to the brother that called. I think his name is Bobby Benito. Bobby asked whether you know how the issue of the TRC came to light in Liberia. You say you don't know, but then you're the same person that's saying that Liberian people got together and they say they want the TRC. Remember the war. Next week after my holiday, I will be going back into my library. Our mothers, our sisters, our aunties that spend countless hours at the fish market, ensuring that the war laws can actually see reason and end the war. Next week, I've got that video. I will bring it back. I'll go to my library and bring it back, and we'll show it to you guys. The old men were out there. They were tired of seeing their children being killed. They were tired of seeing their country going down the drain. The Oman were tired. And they decided that they would get outside there and just be outside there. By the time Mr. Taylor was already in power, and said, well, or the how they call it, the conglomeration of warring factions were in power at the time. So we'll be here to the speech market. A lot of them will pass here and go to work at the executive mansion. They will pass here and go back home. They will pass here and go to the Capitol building. They will pass here. So they will be seeing us as we continue to call upon them. Oman were there. And then meetings were being held every time and then in Ghana, mainly. At last, Bobby, I want you to listen. At last, we had the Akosombo Accord. Remember what happened that day? I still remembered. Our mothers, our sisters, our aunties, they went to the hall there and blocked them up. I said, today, if you guys don't come out with anything tangible here, African leaders were there, warring faction leaders were there. Nobody is coming out. We're here, we'll sacrifice our lives here. People ransacked that whole building. Outside, in the corridor, the Omar then lie down on the floor there. Say, we're not coming. You'll come and step over us and walk over us. During that Akosombo Accord, we agreed. They agreed. That you know why? In order for us to bring for true peace and reconciliation in Liberia, they should establish the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Yes. So the TRC were giving birth right in Ghana at the Akosombo Accord. So Bobby, it wasn't in Liberia. We didn't know anything about it. We were still running here and there looking for, how do you call, how do you call this, this popular palm tree, something we used to eat. Bogoweed, I don't want to mention bogoweed because for here I still eating bogoweed. I go in the shop, even expensive here. I go in the shop and buy it and cook bogoweed. By the time, we took it to be nothing. But expensive here. And so, TRC were giving birth at the Akosombo Accord. Not in Liberia, Mr. Binto. And so, in the TRC, when they came back, when the Omar took office, or after all this Rockmaro and thing, and later on we had the election and she took the office, what happened? The first 6 years, we were calling, palm cabbage. Thank you, Thomas. That's it, palm cabbage. Palm cabbage. Why would I forget this? Anyway, I was living in the city in Monrovia, so. Okay. A good distraction here, which is, I'll try to remember the name of this fruit, vegetable. It's part of vegetable, in fact. I don't know how nutritional is it, but yeah, I eat it. After her first term, during her first term, we were talking about it small, but the Omar didn't pay attention to it. The second term is when actually we started bringing the noise up and started calling for it. You remember? Even the CDC, front runners right now, some of them came in the street and they called for what? For punishing warlords, isn't it? Yes, remember Moluba Molu at the time. So Binto, Bobby, I'm just trying to give you some information that this is not a call that is just coming up or is just coming during President Buya presidency. Even did you listen to the congressman? You know why? It's something I even forgot about. I didn't know. But President George Weah, at the time he was playing active football, during the civil war. He was the Goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. You remember, you know that anyway. And this congressman, I will play the video. He reminded us that Mr. Weir at the time called for such establishment as well, that people should be punished. So when he came to power, when he was opposition, the party was calling for it. So my brother, we are just echoing all of what I'm talking about here now. We are echoing those voices. So do not blame us. War crime code, whether you like it or not, we passed that stage already. For me now, it's like we finished. We passed the stage. That one I clean my hair 2 days. The moment the senator, the representative in the state, Donovan, the moment the bill passed, I decided to go that day and clean my hair, because I know peace is coming, justice is coming for our people. And so that's how the TRC came into being. And the reason the Oman too, she was forced to do it, when she came here once upon a time during Tony Blair's time, when they were having the press conference, a journalist asked, and that raised an alarm. When the Omar went back, I refer to her as Omar, let me give her the respect. That's the time she went and commissioned and put the body together and said, well, okay, we want the TRC. It was suggested, so let's put it together. What happened? Maybe not your money, I don't know. But taxpayers' money went into that cause. They put the people together. They look for the Google people. We thought that most of them are lawyers and things. And they went to work. We paid them good money. We gave them logistics. We gave them allowances. We empowered them. And they went to work and documented this book, this report. Let me turn it back so you can know that it's a TRC. They went to work and put it together. They took countless hours, time, energy. People coming one after another. They even went to the States. I don't remember them coming to London here, but they went to the States. And they met some Liberian community there, some. What happened? The work was done. They took it and presented it to the Omar and said, Ma, the work you gave us, like here, the TRC, what we heard from the people and our recommendations, here they are. Jerome Verdi, thank you so much for the work. He and his group, their work was over. I left with the president, which was the former president, let me put it that way. And then we started asking, where is the TRC? Where is the TRC? And even international journalists helped us to ask the Omar. We didn't get any good answer. Now, simply because, the reason is because her name is in a book, in this document. And then you tell me now that you think she was going to actually implement the TRC recommendations? No way. It's not in the Western world. Like in the Western world, in fact, you're not even going to be president anyway. She wasn't. It was in America or here or any other, civilized countries. She wasn't going to be president. That's how it came about. The TRC report was put together now. The Omar didn't add on it until she left. We asked questions. People asked. And she never responded. She left. When she was going, they were telling me that he came on the show to tell me that Joe Weir don't know anything about the book or about the report also. Who tell you? This is a state document. It was put together. So long. This is one thing, one of the first important document that the past government, the mother would never take away. from her office, from that presidential office. This one will be left there, boom, on the desk. That the next government that coming is their responsibility. So don't anybody tell you that the president having seen this document is a lie. No, it's a lie. Big one. Let's go on the line. Let's see who's calling. Wow. I think David's called yesterday. Let's see what we've got to say. Anybody tell you that one? How do you call what the guy name? I just forgot your name. Bobby. Tell them it's a lie. This document, the president met it on the desk. Like what all the unfinished business, all the projects that the Oma signed and started. She and her government, the unfinished business. Everything is documented, files are there. You take over, it's to be prioritized also. So if you see let's say the president complaining, trying to complete the road at this Go community. You think the project just came up, boom, by the time president took over in January, boom, and started that project? No. These are unfinished projects. Even if it was signed already, if you can't, somebody already signed it. That's it. Give it, go ahead, boom. Anyway,
hey, Miles, how you doing, man?
Davis, welcome to the show.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very good. Thanks for asking. Welcome.
Yeah. I just read it. The topic is on the discussion. You said why job we don't want to add on the TRC and probably the work code, right?
Yeah, I'm asking the question. Why you think up to now he hasn't said anything about those things?
Yeah. Now, Joe, my own opinion is that based upon the deal that he signed with those people, with those warlords. Now, we should understand that I hear people saying that we are become president because of the popularity. I can deny anybody, I can deny the fact that everybody say it's false. Now, without the support of my Eddie, without the backup of my Eddie, we actually become president. Let's get this straight. Don't get the population, but people should get it straight. My Eddie is a political giant and a political hero in Africa. Many people don't really understand it. This woman had been in politics for the time she was youth. And she's so in politics. Now, the mistake we ever made was to cooperate with my Eddie, knowing to say that, okay, he said that he get a popularity, he get a crowd. Since he get a crowd, why he couldn't go without the support of my Eddie? So that's why I said that without my Eddie, he couldn't become president. Because if I master understand this, right? If I say I'm running for a popular office, I get a crowd, everything. Tell me, you think I would need master support? I don't need your support.
No.
I don't need your support because I say I get a crowd, or I say I get money. So what am I going to pay master for money to help me push me forward to reach my goal? No.
That's the question I wanted to ask you quickly now. I said, why if you don't have money? That's the thing.
Thank you. If I don't have money, then when I will go to Maxwell now to say Maxwell push me. But people come and say we are get money, we are get popularity. Then why would we are go to them my Eddie woman and then they play D? So that's the thing that we will never act on it because the D and my Eddie play. Now we are used to with my Eddie. He go to Prince Josie. Prince Josie let him in Nima County. He make a deal with Prince Josie. The last time let's Prince Josie said work out called a fiasco. Because Prince Josie will now say a fiasco because he don't know what he depending on, because he know what he depending on. And when he said a fiasco. So if we are not going to go to these people to like lift their hand up or ask for the backup, the backing, and make deal with them, but now the people going to be prosecuted. But because they did that made with Prince Josie and my Eddie, trust me, he cannot prosecute them right now. He can prosecute them right now. Because like it's a deal of sound. It's a deal of sound. So probably he will be afraid that, if I touch the man with what we sign, they're going to come after me. They're going to come after me. So trust me, we cannot act on the right now until that DB breaking. Yes, until be destroyed.
Okay, now finally, just before I let you go, do you believe that the turnaround of the story, the $16 billion, which you forgot about it now, nothing is missing, is there?
Oh, Maswell, let me tell you something serious. One thing we should, what really we need in Liberia, we need, we really need people, we need advocates too. We need auditor, we need people, we need a good justice system. Now, people saying the 16 billion got missing. All right. The fact of the matter is like this 60 billion case came out with an individual called Philip Ben Brown. Now, Philip Ben Brown, who's a journalist, he came up with this story as a journalist. Oh, so money got missing. I'm not saying that's something that we have to take it or we have to let it go. Let this man be brought to justice and then prove to elaborate people with evidence and clarity. Oh, there's the evidence again. I'm not just saying it because I feel like saying it. But now, the man who come out, he's saying, is it bring any proof to the justice to the court? He got any evidence to prove it? What? That's the problem.
But so you didn't believe what at the initial stage what the information minister said when he actually accepted what the report said and in fact said yes. And then the finance minister too at the other stage.
Now,
so you don't believe them too?
After Philip Brown, the information minister said that it is true that the money got missing. Yeah. But then now, the man who's the head of the country come out to tell us that money is not missing. So tell me, what do you think we're gonna do? Because the man, he's the one appointed information minister. You get it? So he had the right, he come out to say, okay, money is not missing. So what will we do? To be fair, let me tell you something serious. Or Maxwell, maybe be both of you. Liberia right now, we need to reach our place to start getting into news where to start taking news that just stop or and then we just accept it right away. No.
Okay.
But you got it now. The rumor has spread all around now. And then the president at the initial stage, the president said I should be patient or investigate the case. Now the same president coming back to us again, tell us no money missing. Why must you put investigators together? And you say that money is not missing, then why you put investigators together to investigate money issue?
Let's stop there. Let's get some more points from other people. Thank you so much, Davis, for usually calling.
Okay, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
You know, yeah. Let me leave it there. Okay. Let me take some of your points, and then from there I will give you this information. I will pass the information to you. All right. Let me see. Welcome to all of you. I'll take the. Let me use. I have to use editorial judgment here. Okay. Okay. Some people. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I'm looking for what to read on back to you. All right, let's start with Thomas Awaji. He said, yes, we worked very closely with Jerome Verdier here in Atlanta on the TRC report. Thank you. Yeah, I remember he went there and the Liberian committee was together there. Okay, Oscar. Okay, okay. Oscar Blasius says, yeah, they were biased. Oh, it dropped down. They were biased to the extent that they need to start from 1980, killing of the 17 government officials, Kongwa and others. But the TRC, everything, I think is included in that one. Okay, Florence Colley, my heart is not satisfied with George Weah, Charles Taylor, and Mrs. Taylor. Something is not right. So Florence is saying that something fishy is happening somewhere. Thomas, did this guy just say they should arrest the journalist who broke the story to provide evidence? Well, he said that, but I don't agree with him anyway. Fred Shafar, Oscar, the TRC report had a mandate, and in time frame of what the mandate was. Oh God, people keep coming in, so keep dropping down. Okay, the TRC report had a mandate and time frame of what the mandate was tasked to investigate. The mandate covered a period from 1989, and if that mandate changed, the TRC will investigate crimes from the terms of reference given. Thank you so much for that education and thought there, Fred. Yeah. Okay. So I hope my brother who asked the question, we were talking about. I think if it's no what's his name, Oscar. Oscar, I hope you got it. This is quite clear. Fanta Keita, they do not have to arrest him, but he needs to give evidence to the story. I think you're talking about Philip Brown, but I don't really see this happening. I mean, this is when you begin to do things like this, you're making us that are in the field intimidated. You're intimidating us from doing our work. There's no way Fanta would give me a story as a journalist. Fanta Jenny Young will give me a story. And I know, and she tells me, say, look, in my office, they manage your debtors. And this, it actually will cause an embarrassment to the entire office and to the government. They stole a lot of money. All I want is for Fanta to give me some kind of evidence. Fanta, to me, right there, Fanta is my source, and I will protect her, even if if they're going to cut my hair off. I will not reveal Fanta. Fanta is my protected source for that information. So what evidence? The evidence we're giving right after. Some of them, they even publish it. Some of them even post it on Facebook or so. That this is what happened. These are the receipts. And whatever the container left this way. How did we get to know the names of people? Now the people say publish a name. That they themselves came up with names. Let's go on it. Let's go to line and see. Who is on? Edwin Morgan. Let's see. Morgan. And then I will read out to you significant violator groups in the TRC recommendation. Yeah. If we're talking about arresting now, then we'll arrest plenty. What's about Morba Moru? He told us, he came on the international wire and said, I know people. Right now, if the president had not been the president, commission the group already, I can name people right now and think, man, they people playing with our intelligence, man. Yeah. I won't stop this. I'm not going to believe anything that people are saying. Let's see whether we can get Morgan. It's taking some time to get Morgan on. They're lying to you. Don't believe them. Don't believe. $16 billion. You know what hitting me right now? You go right now to most of the hospitals around Liberia, including the JFK. They will give you prescription to go buy paracetamol. Man, come on, man. And you're talking about $16 billion. Again, let's see. I don't know what happened with Edwin. Why is it not dropping? So let's try Morgan again. 16 billion. If that money, portion of it would have gone to Redemption Hospital, man. You know why? Last time, I know I got family people working in that place there. When you hear story from that hospital, that Redemption Hospital, you don't even think. Now, I mean, we are in Liberia, that somebody is walking away with $10,000 every month. The latest news on Front Page Africa. They are on recess. Our lawmakers, they're supposed to be on recess up to now. But you know why? I don't know. We don't even know. They said they decided to come back. We should pay them $10,000 each. It's on the Front Page Africa this morning. $10,000 each we should give them because they coming back early to work for us. Come on, man. Let's go back on the line. Let's see whether we can get Edwin. Edwin, you got to check. because other people have been coming in easily. I find it difficult to get you connected. You say adding, so just watch your screen there. It say declined. You got to check your gadget, Edwin. Okay, let's go to this TRC. We have the National Patriotic Front of Liberia, NPFL. We have the Liberians United for Reconciliation and Democracy, that's LURD. And we also have Liberian Peace Council, LPC. We have the Militia. And we have the Movement for Democracy in Liberia, MODEL. We have United Liberation Movement, ULIMO. We also have Armed Forces of Liberia, also in it there, AFL. We have the United Liberation Movement, K, that's ULIMO K. We have United Liberation Movement, J, ULIMO J. So we have one under, who are controlling the ULIMO K? Is it Krumah? And then Rutherford Johnson. And then we have the Anti-Terrorist Unit, ATU. So these are significant violator groups. According to the TRC, they are significant. And mind you, the NPFL is named here as an embodiment because they were one group at a time. So even though Mr. Prince Johnson later split away, but in his report, they stay counted as one group, NPFL. Let's listen to the less, according to the TRC here, less significant violator groups, less. So even if the people are above the punishment they will get, the other people here will get less of punishment. We have the vigilantes, according to them, Lofa Defense Force, LDF, Liberian National Police, so they all were involved. Special Operation Division of the Liberian National Police, SOD. I think that was Joe Tate time, probably. Revolutionary United Front, RUF. Because they used to cross the border. I mean, Sambakari were always every time in town in Liberia. Special Anti-Terrorist Unit, SATU. Special Security Unit, SSU. Special Security Service, SSS. National Security Agency, NSA. National Bureau of Investigation, NBR. That was Mr. Taylor who created that anyway. Criminal Investigation Division, CID. Rapid Response Unit, RRU. So we have the significant violator groups, and we have less significant violator groups. This doesn't mean that because of all of these names are inside here, that the whole institution is involved. But we're seeking justice. Joe Tate is no longer alive. But there are all elements that they're working together, they are still alive. They can give us some account. The whole thing is about TRC or implementing the TRC. It's not that, you know, I mean, everybody going to face huge punishment or so. But we just want the truth to be said. Those are supposed to be punished. Let them receive the punishment. Let them receive it. Those are supposed to have the lesser one. Let them have it. And we'll get done with it. It happened in other countries, man. In other countries, the same way. Institutions, individuals were named. In South Africa, in Rwanda, That's why you could see the actual, actual thing taking place, and people, coming out to say, oh yeah, I'm sorry for what I did, and I did that, and whatsoever or so. Let me read this recommendation from the TRC. Accountability, a prosecution mechanism. Number 1, the commissioners of the TRC determined that a criminal court with the competence and jurisdiction to adjudicate criminal responsibility for individuals, armed groups, and other entities that the TRC determines were responsible for egregious domestic crimes, gross violations of human rights, and serious humanitarian law violations is appropriate. Such institutions shall be specifically endued with the authority and jurisdiction to adjudicate domestic RHRL and RHL violators, all those that committed human rights. They have to face it. And so my lines are still open. If you get to, the question we're asking here is this: what do you think are the reasons behind Mr. Weah not talking anything about the TRC also? What are the reasons? I will end up with my reasons, but let me go on the line now to read some of your points as well. Let me see. Let me see. Where did I stop? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, who do the how nonsense country? They think we are fools. As in that's the time we're talking about the money business. That the people shouldn't think that we are stupid. No drugs in various facilities. Thank you. That's it. Margaret Johnson, brilliant. Thank you too for watching. Kaso Koluba, my dear, they're making fun of the commoners. I tell you, but they seem commoner than some of them. I can't even believe. Okay, Aku Joseph Koma, why should they arrest him? Did he lie? Of course not. This money is stolen. In fact, some lawmakers are asking the government to go to the vault and see the money, but to no avail. Thank you. You can order the arrest of this journalist. For me, that was, when the story came out and people started coming out, Philibert Brown, I had an exclusive show commending Philibert Brown and hailing him as a hero, that he should be celebrated instead of people wanting to kill him and sending him multiple hate messages and things, to the extent that he have to report he have to tell the authority and they have to give him security. I mean, why should a citizen be treated like that anyway? That the family, the children they can't move about freely. They can't go to school. For 1 week, Mr. Philibert Brown children never went to school. He himself said it. Just because he was afraid that somebody would kidnap his children. Just because he helped us, he brought this story to light. Liberia is in a dark place. When you get somebody who brings this story to light that each and every one of us is supposed to know about, you should be celebrating them. Nobody, under no illusion, anybody should arrest Mr. Philibert Brown. If he is to be celebrated, these are the people that are supposed to be receiving how they call honors. Not calling somebody from France to come and give them honor when they have done nothing for you. Even by virtue of him running a newspaper, he's doing a lot for Liberia. Mr. Philibert Brown is investing in Liberia. He employed people. And people survive by virtue of his employment. He was doing his work as a journalist. That's what he decided to do. To inform people, hidden agendas to bring them to light. So if any of you thinking about that, what Mr. Philibert Brown did, I mean, worrying him, I don't want you to follow what the president said, because I listened to the president's speech. The journalists then that report the story, we make sure we call them. We're going to hold them responsible too. They got to come and tell where they get the story from and whatsoever. That's you can tell you can talk to your president directly. Just to tell him down by let him leave that one. He shouldn't even go that side. He shouldn't turn Liberia into such a state. We don't want to be regarded as a failed state. No. Leave Mr. Philibert Brown alone. Leave Regney C alone. They did nothing wrong. Let's go back to the podium and read Thomas Awaji. The whole country will be in war crimes court. Haha. Okay. Yes, indeed. They will be. Let all go and face it. Castle is back. Let's see. Let's get Castle point here. This journalist is a true patriot. We Liberians have the tendency of seeing wrong things happening. Then we say, I am afraid to say before my name be exposed. Thank you. Let's go to Peter. I think Pete Cook. Pete Cook is trying to call. Point. Let's continue here while we activate Pete. Okay, Rita. Teme. Yes, so they can't do something like that anymore. Okay, we're talking about the punishment. When we punish them, they go to court when they found guilty. They face the punishment. So that tomorrow they even the children, those of us that seen it today now, oh, somebody got punished. I won't do it. Even corruption. Let's be frank. If we fighting corruption in our country with tooth and nail, honestly, people will stop it. You catch somebody, first of all, let them have a speedy trial. They found guilty, take all their property from them, lock them up, freeze their account, because all that money will be, it will be part of your money. Freeze the account, take the property, if they got any property, sell the property, auction the property, it's a government property. You think we do that to 3, 4, 5 people? You'll be hearing about, open corruption like this? 16 billion getting missing? Yo, come on, man. Now, come on. Okay, they got dropped. So let's try again. Let's try Pete again. Mr. Coke.